Okay, so guys, we've got the Firewater by Native Strength and Iron today. Massive thanks for them sending it down. Obviously, I'm a bit concerned it being Firewater, so we're gonna pour some in and see how this goes.
Err on the side of caution, you know. Right,
extinguishers are ready. Go on in, tap some in. Whoa, that is
Oh,
smoking!
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Oh! We did finally find a way of cooling this pre-workout down to make it drinkable. Reiterate, thanks for sending this out, Steve. It's a new company, right?
Yeah, Native Strength and Iron. I know that they do some bloody interesting flavours. Dragon fruit EAAs.
Nice.
We've got blood orange Firewater pre-workout to review for you guys. Like I say, obviously we say big thank you to Native Strength and Iron for getting us this down.
Let's get into it then.
Boom. Mixability and taste time indeed. Now we've got as far as I know, it only comes in this one flavour at the moment, which is the blood orange. Bless you. Obviously that powder's creeping up into the nose there. That is strong. That is strong already.
God almighty.
Damn.
Mate, what is that? That's the chili zine. Jesus.
That is a strong powder coming off of that.
It's unique for sure, I'll tell you that much. Jeebus. You can literally see it all going in the air. Obviously it'll be a bit different if you got a scoop because it'll be a bit more condensed. You won't be sort of flapping it everywhere out of a sachet. Hot just sitting next to it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, points for uniqueness, I mean, definitely. In a world where pre-workout flavours are getting boring. This is exciting for sure.
Mixability looks really good. There's a little bit of clumping in the bottom, but again, we haven't shaken it in a proper shaker, have we?
Yeah.
So, let's see.
See how it goes in actual reality of drinking.
Okay, so, as we just say, mixability isn't actually fantastic, but we've just given it a bit of a shake up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tastes really nice, but then you get like a burning,
spicy
chili, sensation.
Oh, that is spicy, I know.
If anyone out there likes spicy food, I personally don't get on well with spicy food, but if you do, you'll probably love this.
It isn't, like Craig said, it's a nice flavour.
Yeah. I'd still say it's well above average.
I'm thinking this is something this is the way I see this is it's going to be like Marmite.
Yeah,
you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. It really does have a spicy kick. There's no denying that, and I know a lot of people aren't fans of spice, so that would simply rule them out.
Yeah.
So if you like spice, then it's going to be for you. If not, then probably not.
Yeah.
So obviously keep that in mind. That's where this is going to be the most difficult part, I think, of this review.
Yeah, it will be. I would say without the spice effect, I'd be giving this like a 4.5 out of 5 because I really do like that flavour, but because I'm not a fan of spice, that knocks it down a point for me to a 3.5.
I was thinking a 3.5.
Yeah.
So not bad at all. It's different. It's unique. Absolutely, 100% unique.
Yeah, points for that for sure.
Next up, we have the price of the Firewater pre-workout by Native Strength and Iron. Now I can tell you, obviously we do have the sachets, so we've only got the one attempt to roll off this, but I'm going to go obviously with tub prices. Now, for a 30 serving tub, it costs you £29.95.
Or $37.50 in US doll hair.
In dollar. Now that works out actually quite a nice price score. So obviously it's 99 pence a go, or $1.24 a go. So it does fall into our scoring system nicely at a 4 out of 5, and that stays consistent. So this is a well-priced pre-workout for pre-workouts in general. 4 out of 5, so good start, Native Strength and Iron.
See if the effects do. See if you get bang for your buck, basically.
That's it. Does it light your fire?
It's label time for this bad boy, so let's see if the uniqueness of the taste carries through into the label of the product.
Will it or will it not?
Yeah, 10 gram scoop, okay? 1 scoop is to serve. First up, we've got citrulline malate at 3 grams.
So that's obviously responsible for pumps in the gym. It boosts nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream. L-citrulline is the pure form, but when it's mixed with malic acid, it's supposed to help it sort of maintain and digest better within the body and just be used a bit better. 3 grams of citrulline malate is a tad on the low side. We like to see 4 grams plus, but 3 grams is still going to do the job in that 2-to-1 ratio, so you're still going to get 2 grams pure L-citrulline.
Yeah. Next up moves us into creatine monohydrate at, again, 3 grams.
3 grams is a nice dose of creatine, I think. 3 to 5 grams a day would be a standalone creatine product. So the fact it's chucked in a pre-workout is, hits two birds, one stone, as they say.
Lovely.
It's responsible for muscular endurance, and going to get you those couple of extra reps. And it's also been shown to improve strength. Creatine is one of those most heavily researched things. It's going to load the muscle cell with fluid. So it's going to get you some pump as well. So it's a great all-rounder. And 3 grams is good.
Yeah, we'll take that. Next up is inosine, if I'm pronouncing that right, or inosine, 500 milligrams.
So we very, very, very rarely see this. In fact, off the top of my head, I can't think of another pre-workout that contains it. Now, the research we have done on it is it sort of synergistically works with creatine in that it helps muscular endurance during those really intense steps. Helps power output, a bit of strength. It's endurance based, so it's a good thing to have in there.
Yeah, so we'll see how that ties in with creatine in training. Next up, we have pink Himalayan salt at, from what we can gather, a really good dose, 500 milligrams.
Yeah, very, very good dose. In fact, off the top of my head, again, similar, I can't remember seeing it at that high a dose. We've seen pre-workouts with 150 in it. We've seen pre-workouts with 300 in it. I just can't remember a 500. Now, salt obviously is responsible for contractions in muscle cell, so you're going to get nasty pumps, nasty contractions. Salt draws in fluid, so it's going to be a good dose. So we're going to see if it really, really pulls across in training.
Lovely. So far we're talking a lot of pump and power. So it's sounding good so far. Next up, we've got caffeine at what you might argue is a lovely dose, 300 milligrams.
Perfect dose. Like I say, you can take higher, and we definitely have done in the past, but we've seen lower. 300 milligrams is going to be a nice stimulation level. It's going to wake you up. I'd definitely call 300 the sweet spot.
Yeah, it's going to appeal to most audiences, right? Next up, we have one that's never been used before, because I know that he's trademarked this, chilizine at 150 mg.
Yeah, this is a very interesting ingredient. Now, from what obviously it's really hard to research because it is a brand new thing designed by the owner of Native Strength and Iron himself. So what he said to us is it's a thermogenic, obviously because it's got the chili, the spice in there. We know that spice always has those thermogenic fat loss properties, so it's going to give you a bit of energy as well on the sideline of that, and it's also a digestive aid. Spice, again, as we know, helps metabolism and helps digestion.
Sinuses as well when you're drinking it.
That is the ingredient that's definitely responsible for that chili kick, heat, spice. The boom in your face. The fires in the garden sort of stuff.
Get the fire extinguisher on the ready.
So again, this is definitely something we're going to have to really try and pinpoint in training, see if it makes a difference, because it's something we've not had before, and it's not something you can just Google and do research on, because it's brand new.
Yeah, awesome then. Lion's mane, 150 milligrams.
Lion's mane mushroom, or organic lion's mane mushroom as it's called in other things, is a nootropic, so it's responsible for focus, sort of the connections within the synapses of the brain. It's going to give you the focus, concentration, coordination. It's going to definitely get you in the zone for the workouts. Now, 150 is a good dose. I would like to mention, however, we have seen higher dosages go up to 300. So again, 150 is definitely acceptable. We've seen others with that, and we've seen others with lower. Now, again, this is something we're going to have to try and focus on for that during that workout and see if it comes together enough to really make a difference.
Awesome. And now, quite strangely, finishing off the list is calcium at 36 milligrams.
Calcium, as you know, responsible for the strengthening of the bones, but it's also for tendons and ligaments in the body. It's going to give them a bit more strength. And I do also believe it has a secondary function of helping produce energy within the body. You know, that's from the research I've gathered. Calcium's obviously something you find in dairy products a lot. So it's good to have another dose of that. It will just protect the bones.
Yeah, so a bit of a health ingredient chucked in.
Yeah,
so
exactly that.
all natural, nice, healthy ingredients. You know, it's not going to be one to blow your head off or kill you or give you heart attacks. So we'll just see how it works. And
100%. We'll have to let you know. So stay tuned for that effects section. The bit you've been waiting for. Let's face a bit of reality here. It is the effects section and how we honestly felt this today in the gym. Now, I will just mention it is slightly difficult for us to judge it like we do with most pre-workouts. Reason being, we do only have the one attempt on this. We've only got one sachet. I do believe Steve might be sending us a tub out, so maybe it is something we can rehash on in the future. But we'll go off the 1 serving today, and it was a shoulder day. Yeah,
which was a good test run for its pumping capabilities.
Yeah, you could argue it is shoulders. You know, it's the easiest day going, other than an arm day. You know,
pump. Yeah.
I'll be honest and say I think it might have struggled on a leg day.
Yeah.
So let's start with the beginning when we took the pre-workout. Now, obviously, guys, you probably noticed from the ingredients section there is no beta-alanine in this product.
Yeah.
And that is, I believe, because the owner of Native Strength and Iron believes there are some negative health effects from beta-alanine, which may well be true.
And it's fair to say, you know, there are a lot of people out there that don't like beta-alanine, so this is going to appeal to them.
So you don't obviously get those beta tingles, you know, that itching and scratching. So for those of you who like that, this probably wouldn't be one for you because well, there's none in there, so you're not going to get that.
And he supplemented the lack of beta-alanine, which is obviously an endurance factor. He supplemented that with other endurance-based ingredients such as creatine and inosine.
Exactly that. So we took it and we definitely got the heated feeling, however.
Yeah, internally.
And I believe that's probably the chilizine kicking in. There was a slightly negative connotation with that, I believe, that ingredient, and you had the same.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad, it was just noticeable compared to other pre-workouts. Yeah. And that was a very slightly sickly feeling in the stomach, or a slight burning. So minimal, guys.
Yeah, like a 1 out of 10 on the scale, but just enough to mention to you guys.
Obviously, that's probably because of the chilizine. And I'll be honest, I reckon if you used to take this like more often, you'd get used to it.
For sure.
It's because obviously I don't eat much spicy foods anyway, and you definitely don't.
I don't get on well with spice.
So I do believe that's probably the reason behind that.
And what you said earlier as well, this is the sort of pre-workout that you'll notice and gets better with time.
Oh, 100%. I believe some of these things will build up in the system. You know, obviously the creatine and whatnot, and the inosine, a pink Himalayan salt. That's a nice dose.
Yeah.
So we got to the gym and we started training on it. And we obviously normally roll with the 3 sort of elements that you want from your pre-workout. So you want your pump, you want your focus, and you want your energy. They're the 3 key ingredients, 3 key factors with pre-workout. Now, we very, very, very clearly, straight off the bat, realised that pumps were its strong point.
Definitely. It's like a dry, grainy, mind-muscle connection, contraction pump.
Yeah, definitely that. A dry, nasty pump.
Yeah.
And it is a good one. And I believe that's because of the salt, the pink Himalayan salt. And you
Yeah.
also get the thirsty, dry mouth with that.
You do, yeah. The chilizine and whatnot and the salt together kind of makes you want to drink a lot, which isn't bad because staying hydrated is good.
Exactly.
But yeah, pump's very good in spite of the relatively low citrulline dose. But I think the salt is carrying it with the dry contraction.
Absolutely. So. Focus was its secondary best thing.
Definitely.
With the lion's mane in there.
We've always had good results for that.
Yeah, we have. I probably would have given the focus a 3 out of 5. Pumps for me were a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 to 4.5 for me.
And the lacking factor with this pre-workout was probably its energy side. And the reason being is it does have a 300 perfect sweet spot caffeine, but I don't believe there's anything in this that's going to prolong the caffeine feels. And I will mention that you probably do need to get to the gym quite quickly after taking this pre-workout.
Before it leaves your body.
10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and the energy I probably would have given a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, so we have come to an overall score, factoring all of those benefits and drawbacks, and we've come to
a 3 out of 5 score for the effects on the Firewater.
so
and
above average.
Yeah, and it is one of those things that are potentially, with more servings, will build on the system and perhaps get used to it and it'll improve.
Definitely.
But I think a 3 out of 5 is a fair score looking at the label.
And there is an audience that this will appeal to.
Oh, definitely.
I would recommend this to beginners, even to some intermediate users, to people that don't like beta-alanine, to people that prioritise pump, to people that don't like stims. You know, it actually does apply to a lot of people.
And that unique taste factor.
Yes.
A lot of people, we know we've never had a pre-workout like it in terms of taste, not even near.
No.
So so that I personally would say would be quite a good selling point, is its flavour and taste.
Definitely.
You know, that in itself might hype up someone who's not perhaps had as many pre-workouts as us.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that sums up the effects. We gave that a 3 out of 5. Final
verdict
on the Firewater by Native Strength and Iron. So we'll go through the usual points, the taste, the price and the effects.
So taste, as you know, we already covered it. We gave that a 3.5 out of 5, only marking it down because we personally don't like spicy stuff. For people that do, might give it a 4.5 or 5 out of 5. But
exactly.
Yeah.
And the mixability, no, sorry, tell a lie, the price of the product, we gave a good score, a 4 out of 5. For the fact that it was just under £1 a scoop, or $1.24, I believe, off the top of my head. Yeah, it was.
Sweet spot price.
Yeah, good price.
We like
good
that.
Price products. A 4 out of 5 on that. And we finished with the most important part of all our reviews, the effects. Do skip back to that effects if you didn't watch it to see why we justified this score.
Yeah.
And this score was a 3 out of 5. So that gives us a complete total score of 10.5 out of 15.
So it's hitting solidly across all areas. It's not majorly lacking anywhere.
Very, very, very good for a beginner. And I will also say, first product off of Native Strength and Iron, along with his EAAs,
which we also like.
Yeah, we did like the flavour of that dragon fruit. It's different. It's really well. You come to me and tell me another dragon fruit supplement flavour. You won't. I can't think of one. So yeah. That is our final score, a 10.5 out of 15 for Native Strength and Iron Firewater.
Let us know if it's something you would like to try.
Okay guys, that does sum up our review on this one. Again, a massive thank you to Native Strength and Iron for sending us this down. We do have the aminos to review at some point.
For sure.
And I will just say, please do give us a thumbs up and a sub if you can. And what I will say is, let us know if you've tried this pre-workout or if it's something you do want to try. Does that spicy taste appeal to you or not?
And have you ever tried any pre-workouts with a similar label to this one or similar spicy taste?
Yeah, it's certainly for us a standout label, because I've never seen that much Himalayan salt with lion's mane as a UK company.
Yeah.
So yeah, not bad at all.
Interesting, to say the least.
Definitely. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
Keep following us along. Do hit the bell icon if you can, because again, like I say, we still do have at least 30 reviews coming out on some new style pre-workouts like this, and of course on some original hyped mega ones. So thank you for watching. And we do encourage all of you guys to drop us messages, interact as much as possible, and we'll always interact back. That's what keeps this community strong, is communication. 100%. So as always, stay stimmed.